Hi, welcome to Yoga TX. I'm Ash Willow. Thanks for joining us once again. Today we're going to be doing gentle stretches for beginners. So if you're a beginner, or if you're not a beginner and you're a seasoned yogi, as they say, these are going to be great poses for you to relax, to de-stress, to let go of your day, let go of your week, let go of all the stuff that's happening around you, and just breathe inside of your body. So let's begin. First, we're going to start with reclining bound angle pose. So you'll turn on your mat and you'll bring your feet together to touch and your knees flop open. If you have pillows, you're going to want to grab some pillows because we're relaxing today, we're de-stressing, and we're releasing the tension in our hips. So bring your feet together to touch, and your knees are going to kind of fall on your pillows. If you have a bolster, you'll need a bolster, and you're going to place the bolster right here at your low spine. If you don't have a bolster, that's okay as well, but if you have one, grab it, and then slowly begin to lay your body down on your bolster. And if you have soothing music, put your soothing music on. Relax the shoulders. If you have incense, light your incense. And just allow yourself to really let go and to relax here. It's a great pose to start any practice. It's a great pose to end your practice. It's a great pose just to be in. So you want to close your eyes and kind of let go and start your breathing. And as you do that, you're just slowly going to connect your mind to your breath and your breath to the body. And as you get here settled, you can take your hands and kind of rotate the thighs out. And again, just allowing the knees to relax. You're opening up through the heart, opening up through the chest, and just allowing the shoulders to let loose. There's no tension in your shoulders. There's no tension in your wrists. It's just you calmly breathing now in and out through your nose. And this pose really helps you just let go, right? You feel very vulnerable in this place, and that's okay. It's great to be vulnerable, especially when you're doing yoga. So breathe deeply, long, slow. Inhaling, feel your belly rise, and as you exhale, you'll just feel your belly fall. The shoulders soften, and there's no tension. And as you lay here, thoughts may come. And as you do, and as they do, see them. See the thought come, and then see it passing you by, right? Like a wave or a car or a bus. It just floats through your mind and you let it go. And that's what happens when we allow ourselves to be open in our yoga space, is we become very vulnerable and become agitated and we become tense. And so this is just really just allowing you to let go, to breathe, and to relax, so that the next few poses that we do in this sequence, again, are just going to be very relaxing and restorative for you. So just about 5 more rounds of breath here. Inhale slowly, and exhale, relax the shoulders. And see the thoughts come and see the thoughts pass, and let them go. Have no attachment to them. Just let them be traveling through you. One more long, slow, deep breath here. Really feel your breath inside of your body. Feel it as you inhale and feel it as you exhale. And then you can gently awaken the eyes, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and you'll just draw your knees into the chest or bring them together. And then you can just kind of roll off your bolster and sit yourself up. You can take this pillow out from away from you. Feeling relaxed, feeling a little bit vulnerable now. You'll keep your bolster here. You'll scoot your hip up to the bolster, and you want your knee facing this way, and you're kind of creating this little shape with your legs. Make sure this foot behind you, your back foot, is straight and flexed. And then as you're sitting here, you're going to twist your body over your bolster and lower your chest down towards the bolster. And if that's too much for you, that's why we have the bolster, is you're just gonna allow yourself to release any tension from the chest and the shoulders. And then you can take your eye gaze over to the left if that feels okay. And if that doesn't feel okay, you can take your eye gaze and just keep it to the right. So if you look towards the other way of the twist, it's gonna be deeper, it's gonna be more intense, and you're gonna feel that stretch through your neck. This is very safe, very doable for any size or shape. So again, you just line up the bolster, you square your body over the bolster, and you slowly lower down on your bolster. Look over to the right and breathe deeply. And you want to stay here for at least, 2 minutes. Try to stay here at least 2 minutes. Slowly breathing in and out through the nose, pulling the belly in, engaging the core, and allowing the chest to melt and to relax. One more deep breath here, full breath cycle. Inhale. Exhale, soften. And then slowly, you'll just return back up, sit up straight, and you'll turn your body the other direction. So you can circle around your mat, or since I'm facing the camera, it will probably be better for me to take it this way. Take your bolster and square your body up on your bolster like this, and keep your feet flexed. So make sure this back foot is really active, and it's lined up with your knee. Your bolster is square with your hip here, and then you're just gonna twist your body and slowly lower down on your bolster. And then take your eye gaze. You can lay here this way. If you want a deeper stretch, you can take it the other way. And just allowing the chest to be heavy, allowing the belly to relax, and allowing the shoulders to relax, and allowing your neck to relax. So it is a twist, and you're kind of easing into a twist, kind of feeling a stretch through the whole body. But it's very gentle and soft and very soothing. So just slowly inhale and slowly exhale. Release any tension that you feel, and let go of this tension that you have inside of your chest, inside of your shoulders. Two more long, slow, deep breaths. Take your time. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale fully. Exhale, release. Then you'll just make your way up from your bolster, feeling a bit open, feeling a bit twisted, feeling a bit stretched. Now you'll take the bolster and you'll bring it in front of you. You open your legs wide. So again, this is for any level of practitioner. You can have the bolster. You can also not have the bolster and work deeper into the pose. But the bolster is nice to just allow for gentle, relaxing stretches. And that's what we're doing today, is really just allowing the hips to soften into the stretch, shoulders to soften, the legs to soften, and not creating any tension in the body while we're doing the poses. So with your legs spread wide, this is wide angle seated forward fold. You'll bring the bolster in towards the pelvis, and then you'll just gently lower yourself down on your bolster and allow your head to relax. You can take it to one side or the other side. You can also keep your head nice and long through the spine and hold there. But if that's uncomfortable or that doesn't feel very good, then don't do it. You want to be comfortable here. Keep your feet active, so flex your toes and stay really strong through your legs. So even though your chest is really heavy and you're allowing yourself to kind of be weighted down here, you're staying really strong through the legs and feeling a stretch on your inner thighs, your outer thighs. And we'll just breathe here deeply for at least, 5 rounds of breath. Allowing the hips to open, the chest to soften, releasing any tension or stress that we feel in the hips. And as you exhale, you do that. So you release the stretch and the tension through the hips every time you exhale. So just again, ease into it. Soften the chest and allow your hips to let go, to release and to relax. Keep your toes flexed, always staying aware, even if we're soft inside of our body. We're always aware. 3 more deep breaths here. Inhale fully, take your time. Exhale, soften, allow your chest to melt. And then slowly just make your way up. And we'll do 2 more actually. With the bolster again, bringing this left foot in, foot against your inner thigh. You'll take the bolster once again and place it here on top of your foot. Your right leg is out like an angle, and you're gonna flex your toes back towards the face, and then you're just gonna allow your body to relax here and feel that nice stretch. So it's just a variation of what we were just doing, but just allowing more of a relaxation in the chest and a more of a stretch on one side of the body. So take at least 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale fully, take your time. Exhale gently, soften into it. Keep your toes flexed back towards the face. Again, inhale fully. Exhale, soften into it. And then slowly sit back up, and we'll go to our other side. So again, bringing the foot in against your inner thigh. Leg is nice and straight, toes are back, flexed towards the face. You have your handy dandy bolster right here, and then you'll gently soften down into it to keep the feet flexed, strong and active through the leg. It's really important that whenever you do stretches with your legs, anytime you stay really contracted through the quadriceps so that the back of the leg feels really safe to let go and to relax and to stretch. And that's the goal here, is for you to get that nice, easy, gentle stretch. Slowly inhale and slowly exhale. 2 more rounds of breath. Take your time. Stay strong through the toes. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. And then slowly make your way back up. We'll do one more pose, pigeon pose with the bolster. It's really nice, again, no matter what level of practitioner you are, to use the bolster so that you're not having to use so much of your upper body while you do pigeons. So on your mat, you'll just take your bolster. And pigeon pose is a bit tricky, so you want to make sure you listen for the alignment and the cues. But you can start here, and you'll extend your left leg back behind you and bring your right leg up. And you want your right knee in line with your right wrist. And then this foot, your right foot, is going to depend on, how deep you want to go. You want your foot to stay really flexed and active. We call these active feet. And the closer the foot is to the body, the less intense of a pose. So if the foot's really close in, then that's not going to be that challenging, right? But if the foot is more away from the body, then it's going to be a deeper stretch for your inner thigh. So you got to find kind of where you want to be. Maybe you want to be right here. That's good. You're going to pull the bolster in and then slowly lower your chest down to your bolster. Look back behind you. Make sure your toes aren't turning in or turning out. That your foot is nice and straight back behind you. And that your hips are square in front of you. And then you'll just slowly lower down to your bolster. Again, staying really active in your foot. Be aware of that foot. And then lowering your chest down. And breathing softly here for at least 10 rounds of breath. So try to stay here for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Really just allowing the chest to melt on the bolster and at least releasing any tightness in your right thigh. You're going to feel tightness through your right hip, and that's where you want to soften into. And just let all that stress go. And if you were more experienced, let's just say this isn't that challenging for you, you can, take this foot and move it farther away from you. And then slowly lowering the hips down more. And you're going to really feel a stretch right through the back of your thigh. But staying very active in your foot. At least 3 more rounds of breath here. Take your time. Pigeon is such a tremendous hip opener and hip release. It's so good to spend a little bit of time there. Just allowing things to let go through your hips, your pelvis. One more deep breath. Inhale fully. Take your time. Exhale completely. Then slowly make your way up. And you can slide your right foot back behind you. Maybe give it a little shake or a little stretch. You can sit your hips back to your heels. Take your forehead down if that feels good. And then you'll just sit back up to a tabletop position, and we'll go into our left side. So you'll bring your foot, your knee is always in line with your wrist, right? And it's going to be a little bit to the outside of the hip. So the knee isn't directly in line with the hip, it's just a little bit angled there. And then your foot, depending on how deep of a stretch you want, the foot's going to be closer to the body for a less of an intensity, or the foot's going to be farther away for more intensity, okay? Stay really strong and active in your foot. Maybe let's take it a little less intense, right? Because we're being gentle with ourselves. Pull the foot in close. Square your hips off. Pull your bolster in. Take a look back at your toes. Make sure your toes aren't turning in or turning out. Your leg is nice and long. And then slowly lower down to your nice bolster and breathe here gently, long, slow, deep, at least 10 cycles of breath. Gentle, slow, easy moving. Inhale fully, take your time. Exhale completely. Relax your hips. Relax any tightness that you feel right back through here. Soften the chest and the belly. Close your eyes. Let back, let go. Inhale, take your time. Exhale, release. Good, keep reaching back through the toes and staying very active in your left foot. So your left foot is still flexed back behind you. Continue with your breath, long, slow, and deep inhales. Long, slow, deep exhales. One more round, inhale fully. Exhale completely. And then just slowly make your way up. You can extend your leg back behind you a couple times. Sit your hips back to your heels. Push the bolster out in front of you and take a child's pose. There's one more pose that I would like to do with you with the bolster. It's up against the wall, so we're going to do a little transition here. Is that okay? Yes. We don't have to have the mat, but you'll take your bolster up against the wall. You'll sit your hips on your bolster. You'll slide your pelvis a little bit forward, and then you will take your legs up the wall and lower your shoulders back and release your arms down side. So the bolster is at your low spine. Your butt is lifted, it's not on the floor. You're allowing your chest and your shoulders to let go and to relax. Your feet are up. You flex your toes back towards the face. And just kind of allow your chest to relax here. If you need to jiggle around to find that right spot, you do. And then just to release this, you'll just draw the knees in towards the chest, and you'll slowly roll over your bolster, and you'll make your way back over to your mat. All right, thank you guys. Thanks for joining me for gentle stretches. I hope you feel better. Have a good afternoon. Take care of yourselves. Namaste. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears, soften the jaw, and then slowly blink the eyes open. We'll move into our tabletop now. So take your block out from underneath you, roll onto your hands and your knees. I like to kind of warm up my